So let's get started with our basic lighting and global illumination setup. First of all, let's rename this material to our test. Sorry. So test material for cloner, and this is just okay for the moment. So this is the material that has been applied to this clones. The next thing, I'm going to create a new material, double click, and this material will be the material for the studio and the other cloners that are right now disabled. Let's select their cloner and enable them. There we go. This is going to be the material for these guys. I have, as you can see, a few colors here that we're going to be using throughout this the remaining lessons. The first material is this color. As you can see, the R, G, and B value are 41. Turn off the specular value. We're not going to have reflections for the moment, and I'm not going to use reflection at all. So let's apply this material to our studio and also to our main cloner. Okay, let's just change this to quick shading so we have a basic idea. So let's quickly create a sky, and I'm going to my content browser, and in your prime folder materials HDRI, you find these HDRIs that you can use them in your Cinema 4D scenes. And let's go to, for example, this one, and I'm going to add this one to my scene and apply it to my sky. Open the material up, go to the luminance channel, apply a filter, so down here, and go to the filter, change the saturation to -100% so it becomes black and white, and let's add a bit of contrast here, not that much, just a bit. And this is our first thing that we're going to do. The next thing, I'm going to add a simple area light. And the area light, I am going to its detail tab, make the area shape to be a sphere, and let's put it up. Let's sort of make our details a bit less, so we have a bit more control over what we do. Okay, now for this guy, I'm going to, let's put it up. The outer radius, let's go to something like 500 centimeters, and change the fall off type here to again inverse square clamped. Okay, and let's just, I want to really have a very big light, so select these lights and make sure you have the light selected, and I think the outer radius needs to be bigger, so let's go to something like 2000 centimeter, and down here for the fall off, let's add that, as you can see. So let's see how this is going to work out for us. Finally, just going through all the way, so all the studio is being covered by this huge light, and let's see where we are right now, and make sure you have area shadow turned on. Let's go to our render setting, change our render setting. I'm going to use, I'm not sure really yet to use standard or physical render. Physical render would be possibly quicker, and we see how it's going to work out for us. And the next thing is to add the global illumination. We're going to be using Iridian's Cache legacy method for the our primary method, and our secondary method we're going to be using light mapping, and change the maximum depth. Let's just have something like 32. This sample for now, we're going to add it, change it to low, record density also to low. Go to your light mapping and change the path count to something like 3000, so we have a bit quicker render. And also I'm going to right click here and add ambient occlusion, and maximum ray length, let's reduce it to something like 20 centimeter, and there we go. If you go to the physical render, I think we can start having some test render and see what's everything going. Let's just get closer a bit to our scene and add the detail to high. Change the detail to high and see what's going to happen. Let's just get closer a bit, more realistic. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's hit render and see what we're going to have. I'm going to pause the render while I'm render so you don't have to watch me render all the time. Okay, so this is our first basic render. It took almost 16 seconds, and I'm actually quite happy with this basic lighting, and it gives us this nice renders. I am possibly going to get closer a bit and see what we can have in a situation like this. Let's render it and again pause the video. Okay, there we go. I think we are good to go. The basic setup, it's ready, and we are gonna have to add more tweaking for our lighting definitely, but in the next lesson we're gonna go through and add them different materials and different colors to our main logo cloner and see what's going on.